we're getting near the end of September here in Wisconsin, and I don't normally bow hunt a lot in the early season, but I do like to get out as often as I can, and this will be my second time out. The first time was a complete bust. I picked what I thought was going to be an absolute show of an evening on a bean field, and I got skunked. I didn't see a lick, and hoping for some different results tonight. It's been warm here, and by warm I mean about 75 degrees. It's been breezy, and I'm using that knowledge along with a little advice from the landowner here, and of course I called Lucas too, and I always run my scenarios by him, and came to a conclusion that it might be a good night to head back to the watering hole. I sit this stand maybe 2 or 3 times a year. It's really a great early season spot, and that's about the only time I've spent there. It's the acorn crop back there this year is nothing but bumper. I mean, it's nothing but dropping acorns, and the trees are heavy up on top. The beans back there got a little green left in them. There's corn, there's alfalfa, and there is some stinky woods water, which the whitetail tend to love. So we're gonna tuck in back there and see what happens for the night, I guess. Settle in here. It looks awesome. There were acorns everywhere. The beans are getting hammered right now. The water looks good. And the trail coming in here is covered up in scrapes. And not all of them are big, but boy, if they've been hit aggressively. That's a dandy. That's a dandy. The shot came in a little bit too high. Oh, that makes me nervous. What a great looking deer, but boy did that shot come in high. Oh, that makes me nervous. I think it was high enough to catch long, but boy, it was just so steep and I just didn't judge it right. I have never taken a shot at a deer outside of the rut. I really hope this pans out. What a beautiful deer. Thank you, Lord. Thank you for that. He did exactly what he had to do. He did exactly what he had to do, and I shot high. Boy, I hope I find that deer. I hope I find it. I'm down where the shot was, and there's nothing. There's not a drop of blood. There's kicked up dirt. That's about it. And I walked down the trail about 60 yards, and I got two specks of blood coming up a hill on a leaf. I think I'm just gonna back out. Give it at least an hour. I mean, the shot came in so high. I looked at my bow afterwards, and the drop away rest didn't drop, so it kicked the arrow a little bit. And that caused it to just come in really straight down, but the penetration was really good. And I could see that plain as day watching the video, but it didn't go all the way through, and it's pretty obvious that I don't have an exit wound, so I'm gonna back out for at least an hour or so here and try and gather my thoughts as far as just starting this process off. So fingers crossed. That's a beautiful deer. The shot should be fine. Hopefully we find the deer just fine. Well, we let it settle for a little bit. Shot was low, or excuse me, the shot was high, and my drop away, when I looked at it, actually never dropped, and arrow flipped a little high. So we've been tracking now for about an hour. It's 8:30. It's a speck of blood here and a speck of blood there, and I don't know if I should back out. I'm gonna just wrap the bottom of this hillside around right now and hope we find something here, but so far it's been pretty sparse and got a pretty trashy feeling about it, if you want the honest opinion. Well, there we go. Now we're cooking with fire. Now we're cooking with fire. There's a lot of blood here too. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. Where are you, boy? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Oh, holy smokes. He's right down the hill. He's right down the hill. Oh yeah. Oh. Oh. He just rolled right there. Blood everywhere. That's why. Oh man. There he is. Holy cow. Look at him. Yeah, rolling down the hill, losing it all. Holy smokes, look at his right side. No, his left side. Oh man. Look at that brow tine. It's just freaky. Oh. Deanna was just texting me asking how it was going, and about a few seconds before that, I told her it wasn't going great, and I told her that I was thinking about coming back tomorrow, and made it another 20 yards, and there's an arrow, half the arrow, and it looked like he had tipped over, and that's the only way that arrow got out of there. And looked to the right, and there he was, baby. I have a ton of work to do yet tonight. I am back in the middle of nowhere. This is fantastic. Well, it's the morning after we had a chance to harvest a really great buck last night, and circumstances prevented us from getting out of the woods. And we got some help this morning and some equipment, and we're gonna go in and drag this big boy out and really cross our fingers and hope the coyotes didn't get to him. Based on the fact that they were running around last night, I don't like my odds right this minute, but we'll see what happens when we get there. Well, good news is got him down to a spot here in the bean field, and thankfully there was no coyote damage. So we got permission from the farmer who owns the land to drive around the outside edge of this bean field here, and hopefully there's a way to get right up to us here. Otherwise, we got just a bit more dragging to do. But he's a dandy, and we'll be able to get the meat out of him yet. So that's a win-win. Couldn't be more pumped about this deer. It is a giant. Super cool.